Hey, what's up? It's Achilles on Indecisive TCG, and today we are playing a deck that I've gotten first place with in locals, and also I think I should have actually took this to the store championship. I ended up taking koala, getting countered, just finding unfavorable matchups and unfavorable situations. I think I should have actually took this deck, and I've actually been winning a lot of ranked games with it, and also, like I said, I've gotten some store wins under my belt with it, or yeah, local wins, store wins, local wins, same thing. But anyway, if you don't know what he does, basically add one Don to him, and you can play one Shandorian type with the equal or less to the current Don that you have. So for basically a 6K swing, you get to play out anybody that equals up to your Don. So if you have 6 Don, you have these pretty Shandorian warriors to play out. If you're at 5 Don, you have 5 or less, you got these other guys to play out. So this deck is very aggressive. It's a red deck. If anybody asks, he just has the color yellow. Just because. We have a lot of cards, and I have a lot of actual tech cards in here, but let's talk about the essential non-Shandorian warriors. You have your Kuma. This guy is great, especially into the Zoro matchup. You actually want to see this guy because this is a card that they don't want to swing into. If they do swing into, they just give you another life after you just healed a life, and it just gives you more time to do your leader effect, put the pressure on the board. Definitely a good card to have. Now there's another card in here that you might not see in any other deck list, and I don't know why, but this Shirahoshi, she is very good. I can see her getting in your way because she does take up a board slot, but the fact that you can stop any removal by flipping up one of your life, and then if they don't have any other removal after that and it goes back to your turn, you can use your leader effect, take that face up life, and then she's back fresh again. We don't talk about the opponent's turn effect because that doesn't really do anything for us, but basically this card saves everything and its original cost of 6 or less. So it saves everything that we play from their effects. So it is a really good card when you're playing against these removal decks, red, black, and blue. One card that really screws this deck over is Gravity Blade. Gravity Blade can really just reverse a turn for you, but if you can get your Shirahoshi out, you're pretty much safe, and most decks can't do dual removal unless you're playing against Sakazuki. And if you're playing against Sakazuki, there's other things you got to worry about. But as Bonnie's effect slowly wears off on me, I don't know if it's there yet, but definitely 2 key cards that I like to see in certain matchups. We played this Kalgara against the Zoro, just the easier to defend, but this Kalgara ultimately is the one that you want to play in most matchups. This gets you a lot of draw, and if you can protect it and they can't remove it, you'll just have so much draw, so much counter in hand because of this card, as well as you see some one-off events. El Thor having a 9,000 power counter is definitely key late game. This kid definitely has won me games. I wish I could play one more, but we are playing this Gum Firefish Red Pistol, and this gets rid of a lot of things from your opponent's side. You don't take a life, but you do have to have a total of 5 cards on life. So late game, it just becomes a 3,000 counter, where our essential 2K that we play, we can kind of do this anytime we want. We do have to take a life, but and it's from top or bottom, so it helps if they're trying to Starburst and Billboard. We can definitely pop some things or prop crucial cards and still have a lot of Don up or even leader effect to get other bodies out as well. So a lot of different things there. We do have the 2-cost Katakuri. This one you can't play in, or you don't want to put these two out at the same time. But this one you get to flip a life up, add a Don to either your leader or character. So you can, and it's a blocker, so it's like only defensive card, but it also is offensively aggressive because we get to play our leader effect basically for free. And if we ever want to do a 10 Don turn or leave some Don up, we don't have to. We have that one to give to our leader. So it's definitely nice tech. There's just certain situations you want to play it. That's why it's only at 2. It does have counter, which is also great. So not a dead card. We do have a lot of counter in this deck. 27 1Ks, 12 2Ks with only 11 none no counters, and those no counters are actually counters and events. So for the most part, a lot of counter or searchers for counter. So a lot of counter in hand. You'll see a lot of crazy things, but let's go ahead and get into the matchups. All right, so our first matchup is against Shanks. Started recording late, but this is like a 50-50 on what I want to do here. Do I want to just establish a body? And I don't want to swing 5, so I do want to swing 6. We're banking on if this is the removal type of Shanks, and hopefully Shirahoshi is gonna be great for us in this matchup. So our opponent took some time to read our card, I assume, and he grabbed a Ben Beckman off the search. So we're already thinking, oh, thankfully we have her on the field, and he does Vista, which immediately pops. And maybe he read it, didn't read it completely, and just assumed it didn't save itself. So he went ahead and tried to pop our card, and now I guess he's reading some more to see why it didn't pop. And he goes ahead and swings 5. We're gonna take because we see that we have our own. So this is actually perfect. Now I don't have any bodies for after this turn. I can also trying to see exactly how I want to play this out. We can play the Holly, the Ohm, and maybe we should swing first before that. We're just thinking about what kind of removal events he could have. It's kind of hard to decide because when we play this out and there's our Kalgara, we're gonna play out this guy, which now we search for a upper yard, which we have in our hand, but now we miss out on our Monty Black or Kalgara. So those are all good cards that we just bottom decked, and we hate to see it, but now that we've done that, we can grab a 2K, another big body, and we get to bottom deck some cards that we didn't want to play out next turn. And we also search some more and bottom deck some more cards, including our Elthor, our only copy. So that isn't great, but we do have 4 bodies on the field, a face down life, so Shirahoshi can protect those 3 other bodies. We have 3 bodies that can swing. I said 4 bodies on the field, but yeah, we basically have a full board. off of that turn. So we're looking pretty good. We don't have any heals or anything, which is very concerning. Definitely concerning. But let's just see what our opponent's going to do. And he's taking his time. All right, so now he goes ahead and drops a Uta down, which will give us a building snake, not a counter in hand. And I'm thinking to myself, building snake is actually not too bad, because if he can't remove us, the minus power actually does a lot for us here. We're gonna go ahead and give him a 2k because we do have so many 2ks, and he gets out a lucky Roo, meaning he can KO one of our cards on our board. But we do have the Shirahoshi, so now it's just really a blocker. We're gonna go ahead and swing 5, see if we can get either the free leader effect or a block. I assume there'd be a block here, and he can just KO one of my other characters, or try to KO my other characters if he isn't thinking about the Shirahoshi. Lots of thought into this 5k swing, and we went ahead and got leader effect off of that. I'm gonna go ahead and just add some Don. I'm trying to determine how much Don I want to add. We'll swing a 7 at him, forcing him to either block or counter 2 cards when he only has 4 cards. I would say the smartest decision here would to actually take, but he does block and tries to KO our own. We get to see what our leader effect is going to give us in life, and it's a 2k. Being okay with that, we're going to go ahead and drop out our Kalgara, buffing up our own to just throw more Dawn on him and swing 2 8Ks at him. And right now we're looking at a very established board, actually a full board versus his not too established board. He does have a huge hand right now. So now he should have a little bit more options, and he has a little bit more Dawn to kind of just play around with. This is where he can kind of equalize out if he can play something great here. The Shirahoshi is really killing him, I would say. And to be honest, it's just killing the matchup for him, because there's no way for him to rest, I think, in red. And unless he can try to KO it twice by effect, I think my cards are going to be safe. Alright, now he decides to put 2 Dawn on this character and swing 5 at one of our characters. We do have nothing but 2Ks, so it does feel bad to counter out anything that's not another +1. He gives us a 7 swing, and we're gonna go ahead and let that go. Hopefully we get something to play with on the draw. If not, we'll have to play out one of our 2Ks next turn. So that's a lot to think about. He did get what he wanted. He left 4 Dawn up, where he plays this very annoying Shanks. Just being able to pitch a non-counter card, minusing the card by 2, is really painful, I would say. But just trying to see in which order we want to attack. We had 2 life right now, and if we heal, will lose his bonus. So do I want to swing 6 with him, 5 with him? We decide. See if we can get that free leader effect plus a 1k, or if he's gonna just give us a good 2k. We can also get that Shanks effect out of the way as well. Still pitching a card out of hand. There's just a lot of different options we can go here. We want to save 6 Don, which is going to leave us with 3 Don. If we can just kind of get his minus effects out the way and then attach the 3 Don, that would make it, I guess, easier to swing with against. He does give us a regular 2K off of that. Now we're gonna bait out. Well, actually, no. We're gonna just swing with the smallest attack that we have at their little body there. We just don't want him pressuring us with 5. Which, I mean, we don't mind, but like I said, we only have 2Ks in hand. So we'll swing with the 5, and he thinks. Also, he may be a new player, but I did include this just to show you how crucial the Shirahoshi is into the kind of KO heavy decks or our control style decks. Didn't play any other control style decks, hence why I only have 2 of the Shirahoshis, just because this meta isn't too much on the removal, and then as Emu is becoming a thing, you won't see that as well. So he has a chance with the 2 AK swings. He has a chance to -2 with the Shanks plus -1, getting it down to 5. All right, and he trashes a 1K to minus it by 2,000. Then he does leader effect, minus it by 1, and block, which actually is a good play. Definitely. And now with our leftover, we're going to pitch a 2K and heal. Again, we're not feeling too well about pitching these cards, and not seeing the Kalgara that makes us draw is definitely hurting us, because we definitely could have had some decent cards in hand. That's the one problem for sure with this deck, is that it searches, but it doesn't search any heals, and you can definitely bottom deck targets. My assumption with that building stake is that you get a body that you can actually swing into, and maybe swing into it. The moment I saw the new gate come down, I was thinking to myself, what is this guy thinking? There is a Shirahoshi on board, and I see that he attaches a Don to Uta, which is definitely interesting. Definitely, but he attaches all the Don and swings 5 into my life, because he can't, or the holy, actually the own, because the own went up a life. So we definitely want to protect him. With him having just another 5K swing, we're gonna have to use another 2K to get out of that swing, and see if he'll swing with blocker, which will be very bad on him, on his part. And yes, he decides to swing 5 again at the Ohm. We decide that we want to keep him. Now we only have 1 card in hand. He does use the effect. We also use our effect. And it wouldn't have been horrible if I didn't have the Shirahoshi out, and if he was to KO the Kuma. We wouldn't have hated that. That would have gave us the 4 life with 3 bodies, 3 attacking bodies on board, and a lot of Don. I definitely want to play that Kalgara down, and we actually just decided to take the life instead. So all the 2Ks in hand are now gone, and yeah, just for 2 Don, we got rid of one of his blocker. He only has 4 active Don, and we have 4 swingers. He has 2 life. We'll swing 7 at him, seeing if we can get leader effect and maybe a 2K. just get that out of the way are, yeah, that is definitely the goal there with that 7K swing. If he takes, we swing 9. And then split evenly from there. Alright, so he takes. So now I think just a 9. Oh, actually we go 8. And he takes that as well. And yeah, that's game. Now, this guy may have been a little bit newer, are practicing, but I definitely want to just show how useful this Shirahoshi goes into the matchups that aren't as, are those removal decks that would have been bad if I didn't have her in there. And now we're looking at a Nico Robin. I definitely wanted to include this Nico Robin because this is actually the card or the leader that beat two of the Zoros to meet me into the finals at the locals. I actually beat a Zoro too, so 3 Zoros got beat in to get into the finals. And she is swinging 6. We're gonna counter because we just want those cards in hand, and we're gonna take our lives ourselves. So we do have 5 Dawn out. With that 5 Dawn, we can't get out the Nolan to heal, but that's fine. We're really healthy right now. Just seeing what we can do. What we can do is take our own life, get rid of his blocker, and we can also take again and draw and get out another body. So I want to say a huge turn for us. We took 2 lives, they took 2 lives. So basically it went even, but I was able to get rid of a blocker and play out 2 bodies. She does swing 5 at us, leaving 1 up. I'm not sure why she's leaving that 1 up at this moment, just deciding. And we go ahead and give the 2K just in case we need to Holly Ohm. They decide to pop something. That heal is pretty big for them, because that equals it up. But we are able to yeah, we're gonna get out another big body while they take a life and just give us another draw plus another heal. So now we reversed it back. We undid their heal while putting out some good amount of bodies. They do end up just swinging 5 at us, which means they're going to drop a 9 on us. We want to protect board as much as possible, especially the guy who's getting us draws. Now, my guess is you're going to take my drawer away, but that 8K body is also kind of scary. She heals and she heals us, so life is still basically almost at the same. But we do have some Kumas now on board. And are there any bodies that we want to play? Get this non-counter out. We can definitely do that while we're at 4 life. So we're just trying to math out exactly what we want to do. We know we're saving 6 Dawn up. That's going to leave us with 3 Dawn to play with. If I add 1 to Kalgara, and he takes the 6, which means he may be bricked up right now. So we're gonna go ahead and poke 7. I'm thinking about playing an upper yard to find something else to play, and we just end up getting another 2K from that. maybe I should have just poked the 7 first, because now we have one less down to play with. But we do have tons of cards in hand. We're gonna go ahead and just poke 6 here. He does have 1 Don up, so it's just trying to see if we can grab a 2K from him. If we think he's bricked up, we can bait out the Gum without losing any Don. And now that your Gum is gone, there's a 7K swing, which you might have wished you used your Gum with. We're also gonna get another search off here, and that was part of the planning. Upper yard wouldn't have been, I mean, not upper yard, but yeah, we're just gonna get more counter. We're gonna protect our board, protect our parks, and we just have a lot of life here. I mean, a lot of Don. We pitched him, and now we're at 4 life, and he's only at 1, and we have 2 bodies that he can't swing into. They finally swing huge into Kalgara. We have a lot of counter, but we're just gonna go ahead and save that counter. We don't know if he has a rush Luffy. We don't know exactly what he has going on there. Plus, if we pitched a lot to protect our characters, the Nico Robin could have snuck a banish in, which wouldn't have been terrible. But we do end up getting to protect our Nolan, and yes, they pop a body. So with that being said, we do have a Kalgara in hand. That's another factor that we could have thought of. If we wanted to do leader effect, because we have 4 life, we can go ahead and do that and just get that body out. We want to leave 1 up for our event, and we can also play out a Kuma this turn. So I think I want to put a Don on there just to know that I want to swing with him, which is definitely bad, because if I don't swing with them, I might swing first with the Kalgara just to get the extra draw out. Just a lot of thinking going on. Preemptive Don there, because if they take this and it's a beige, that definitely sucks for me. But they took the 7 and didn't question it. I want to swing 6, play out a body, see what they got going on. They gave me 2 1Ks and they're 2 Kumas, so that gave me a lot of knowledge about what's going on in their hand. We're gonna swing 7 here, and yeah, they didn't have anything to counter with that. They could have actually played this out a little bit more. I think I may have just healed again and given them another turn, but just on that second turn back, if they had no life or just 1 life, I definitely would have been able to finish it out there. But they did have, I don't think they had any heals, but they did have blockers. So there's a lot of things they could have done there. Now we're playing against the Bonnie, which I hate. I don't know what it is about Bonnie. I think it might just be the decks that I like to play maybe really bad into the Bonnie, or maybe I'm just not playing against Bonnie well. I might need to get some tutoring or some training against Bonnies, because they don't look too well. I do decide what I want to do here. We'll go ahead and swing 5 here, see if we get a card or our life, and we'll go ahead and play the Holy out. This is just because on our next down turn, we definitely want to play the Wiper out, but we also, it's hard to say. I think because if I keep the Holy and I draw a Ohm, it feels good. If I don't keep the Holy and I draw a Ohm, it feels bad. And I didn't draw him, but who knows if I would have gotten him. With the Bonnie deck, He has 2 blockers out on the board. I don't want those blockers. Shirahoshi, I don't think I need it in the green matchup. I think they have too many cards that rest. So I don't need to set her up with Tool of Dawn. It's too early for El Thor. And yeah, I can't really play anything else. I can play the Wiper out, but that's gonna just bottom deck any of my Nolans, any of my Kalgara. Kumas. So we're just gonna swing huge, and we're gonna search. We do get a Kalgara that would have been nice to have this turn, but what can we do? We're gonna swing 10. She's gonna do her little effect, and then we're gonna get our on play effect. Yeah, he ends up turning Holly sideways. And we do have some Sky Island cards there. We're just gonna take I already have an event, maybe just a 2K here. And it sucks we can't get the Nolan, but I think the 2K is the better decision. Maybe we can save the Holy. Still debating if the Shira was the best job. Maybe I could have just put her on board and just had something for her to turn sideways other than the Holy. But she does swing huge into our Holy. We do have a lot of 2Ks, and we have that Shira Hoshi that we can part ways with. Yeah, and I think that's what we do. He only has 1 swing. He left 1 down up for the event, so I think I'm okay with that. So this turn we can get a couple of bodies out, but we cannot get we cannot swing as much as we like. We can either swing 7 with the Wiper, have our leader turn sideways, not being able to do our effect, or we swing with the leader with the effect, get the Wiper turn sideways, but we're still able to swing with Holy. So I think and we're gonna go ahead and play out the Kalgara now, just to see, like, maybe they turn a Kalgara sideways. And just give us more attacks, but no, it's the Wiper for sure. There's the Holy, so we get another 5K swing at him, and he's down to 4 cards in hand. So that is one great thing, or one great feeling about him. Well, 5 now. We do have more cards, but he has more life, so we'll see what that means. Elthor is still not online. She does do a simple 5, so we'll pitch a dog to save a dog, or actually we'll pitch a Katakuri, and he turns 2 cards sideways and takes a life. This is a very aggressive play for him. I can see him going 7, swinging into our dog. He actually goes 8 into our dog, which we're definitely going to let him have. I think the attack order on there was wrong, unless he's going to play something out. And he does get to search. Bonnie is already resting one of our swings, and now we have to swing into the searcher and grabs a 2K off of it. So lots of value off of that. Definitely would have preferred this turn to swing everything into life that we can. So just determining how we want to swing this. We can always go our biggest swing first to guarantee that we get it. But do we want to go into board is what we're thinking. The Cavendish is just giving her too much value. So we're gonna go swing 8 there. See if we can get 2 cards out of his hand. He'll definitely turn our wiper sideways, our leader. We're at 2 life, so I'm okay with him turning our leader sideways because I don't want to go down life. So this actually works out in our favor because now we can add a little bit more Don into the mix. He does block, and I don't know if that's telling us he doesn't have the counter for it. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and I also still need to swing into the Bonnie Searcher, which is gonna swing huge 11, which he lets go. This is the one I don't know. We do want to get rid of that Cavendish. With him going into his 9 Don turn, his 10 Don turn, the thing that I don't want to see is Do Flamingo, which he swings 5 into us, which tells us most likely that's what he has. And if he plays the Do Flamingo, he can't use the Bonnie effect anyway. So yeah, he ends up freezing our leader, which we're okay with, and leaving the smaller swing up. We don't have a search off of that guy. We can't cheat out anything. He does have the lead, so I think what we're gonna do is try to get him down to 2 life, which we do. We do get the draw off of it. I wanted to play the wiper, but now I gotta decide, do I want to play the wiper, leave the Elthor up, or do I want to play something smaller? And yeah, playing the wiper out is the plan. We'll leave 1 Don up. I don't think he's swinging too big, and then we have nothing but 2Ks in hand. This is a very intense. It gives a 5,000 power swing, which tells me that maybe another Do Flamingo is coming down. It goes a 10K swing. That's going to be 2 cards out of our hand to protect him. If we swing into their life, we get some of those cards back. It's just my thought process there. But he also has a lot of cards in hand. But if it's not a Do Flamingo, we do have some fighting power. And it is a Mihawk. Restanding for Don. Bringing another blocker, and his blocks hitty down here. They get to pitch, stand a card, and search. And there's that punish that I get for getting rid of the Cavendish, and not that we get a 2K there. This is a hard decision. I don't have too many cards in hand. But I have a lot of Don. I can play 4. If I can get one through the body, which is not likely, we're just gonna swing 8. Just make sure he doesn't get a free block off of it, because who knows, if I swung 7, he may have free blocked. I have 2 7s in the leader. Hopefully he turns my leader sideways. So this is actually going well. I'm not healthy enough to really just do leader effect. with no heal. Well, I do have one heal. The crazy thing is, what do I want? So we have an 8k swing. We'll swing at body. He'll either counter, block, but he actually takes life, which gets us a card in hand. A 1k card, which I feel better with pitching. So now we can pivot and leave 7 Don up and use the rest. Use there. We're at 8 Don. So I can only really swing 7 with a Kalgara, but we're gonna swing 8, make him block and counter. And then we'll swing 7, which he either has a counter with 2 cards or blocking counter, which he blocks and counters. We're gonna go ahead and heal, pitch our 1k, and we have a good amount of counter in hand. And we have 3 life with some good amount of swings for next turn, so it doesn't look favorable for anyone really this turn. Ideal for Bonnie would be Hody. If Hody comes down, I think I definitely die, taking away 3,000 counter from me. But there's the 3k swing to character. So I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, counter here, which will definitely protect it. If he wants to turn his blocker sideways, we do have some Don to protect our characters, which he does turn a blocker sideways. We're going to go ahead and take that 8k, make him think we don't have that much counter. He'll swing 10, which is going to be our whole hand to protect it. But with so many Don and a carrot comes down, man, this is tough. I don't get the extra draw when I swing into it, and I lose 2 attackers here. I do have 3 Don, so at best maybe, and he has a blocker, so even if I go high enough to get, we'll see. We'll go 10, let them rest something. Leaves us 3 Don up. He has 1 blocker, 1 counter event. I could go 4 on Kalgara here, making it 9, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have a 10, 9, 10 swing. Bam, and that's all his counter in hand. So even if I get through with this next swing, they do have a blocker. So with all that counter being gone and possibly no way of winning this game, best thing I can do is see how much Don I want to risk it. So we'll give 2 Don to him. See if we can get him KO'd. He gave us a lot of Don on that last swing, and now the blocker is gone. Question here is, yeah, we're definitely gonna go 9 because he would have 2K'd the first 9 if he could. Like this is hard. I play upper yard to find a counter and not have a dead card in hand, or I leave one up and hope that I get an event. Which is what I was thinking. My only alternate play was to leave one up. I needed to swing 9 to get rid of the Mihawk. Maybe if I would have swung Mihawk, yeah, if I didn't swing at life and swung Mihawk instead, no, they had all that counter, so they would have just countered less. So I needed to swing 10 at life just to get them down in card and hand size. Now, here we are. Definitely taking some time, and Hody. Hody. That they know that we have a 1 in hand, so they get perfect math here. Assuming I don't get a trigger, but yeah, 7, 9, because if we had 2, 2, 1, that'd be that would have helped us, but the 2K came out too late, and that 1 Don. Yeah, really good game, really tough. Bonnie's always been a hard matchup for me, but we're on to the next one, and this is definitely one of the ranked games for sure. Now, Smoker is a really aggressive deck. I think we are more aggressive, and we get to share that one of to grab. This is a hard decision here. Do we want to grab the Kalgara, which is going to guarantee our draw, keep our hand size, or do we want to go for the Holy? We are going to bottom deck 2 Holies. That means if we do run into our own, which is our ideal next turn. So we went ahead and went the ideal next turn. We took the life because we wanted to find Ohm, and we don't find Ohm. So now we're looking at a situation that is not too optimal at all. We're gonna go ahead and swing 6. I think we go ahead and just play out. Oh no, we don't. I think maybe playing out the wiper here. Yes, we missed the Ohm, but we'll be able to still wiper Holly, which would have gotten us the bodies just to outnumber them. That is an alternate play. Did we want to take a life at that point? I think that's more what we were more focused on. And there is our own. Now that we've played out the Holly, he's dead to us. We do have 6 Don. We do have a heal. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get our Kalgara out and swing 5. He gives us the 1. Use that heal. Yeah, we're not looking too bad. 8 cards in hand, 3 lives. They do have the Smoker, and we do have the counter, just to counter that. Trying to decide if we want the blocker or if we want to get the Ohm out. We're going to get the Ohm out because we saw 2 Holies go to the bottom. This isn't a home Molly game, no matter what. No matter if we draw a Holy next turn. So he goes 10, huge number at our dog. Which is fine. So now we need to decide. We don't have a heal. We do have a pop. We can get rid of one of those smokers. Maybe play out something that costs 5 and then do some swings accordingly. We're gonna go ahead and get our blocker up, and guess what? There is another ohm. There's these hidden ohms. Just trying to decide what we want to do here. We can leave up Don for our event. He has 2 smokers, so I think that may be the ideal. We can swing 6, 7, 8 to life and just put the pressure on. And yeah, we can go ahead and just put the leader out. We swing 9, just get a 2K out, and then another 6. So we definitely pivoted there just to put a pressure on those smokers because they hurt. And of course, the Gum Mole Gun out of life just to add insult to injury. He definitely plays the Rayleigh out. Swing 7 at our life. We're going to go ahead and resolve that. We're not going to get the banish. He gives +1 there. And we're thinking perfect. We left 2 Dawn up. Might as well use them. Resolve 9. He has 1 life. He does have 4 Dawn. He swings 4 Dawn there. We said we're protecting him, and I think we're just going to continue protecting him. With 5 cards in hand, most of his top end being no counter. Let's go ahead and just protect this and see where it goes. And yeah, I think that's 1K counter in hand. Not even enough to counter the Kalgara swing without Dawn on him. And the fact that we had Shura, we had enough Dawn to end this. He didn't play a blocker. Rayleigh was a good call for the removal because he could have swung into our bodies. But ultimately, the first swing wasn't into our bodies, and that's what. Well, I think we still counter regardless. So we just had enough counter to finish that game out. Now we're going into the Zoro, and we don't have heal, but we do have some big beefy boys, as we like to say. These big beefy boys will put some hurting on him eventually. He swings 8 into our life, which we will definitely take. We have a holy, but playing a holy out here, just asking for a Kuna or even a Tashigi. We bottom deck our heal, but we can get some more big beefy boys, getting the wiper 2K. Looking pretty good on hand size. And we're gonna just swing 8, go ahead and even out the life. Now that we're going to our, oh, so yeah, they're going to their 5 down turn. We're going to our 6 down turn. We can play out double Kalgara. He's gonna swing with 5, which is an easy holy. Yeah, I don't see I don't think that's in our path when we needed to. So 1K, no pressure. Pedro, I dislike you so much. And guess what? Oh, it's always the way it happens. Just deciding on which order I want to play this out. We do have a upper yard on board, so we can pop with wiper, get some more searches down, but our hill is what we're missing. So we're just gonna play him out, swing for 6 and drop him out, grabbing us a heal and a holy, just some more counter. The Pedro is really not cool. But Cavendish drops on the board. That free 3K body. He swings 8 into our life. We don't have any blockers. We don't have anything to deal with that. We do have a heal, and we grab another heal. So 8 Don. That leaves 3 Don up. We may want to leave a card to defend our cards. If he decides to swing 8 into Kalgara, the Earth will save us, and it won't lose. It won't lose, and it'll save us. So we'll swing 8. That thing KOs a rested 8. We do want to keep our drawer on board. That forces him to block now. We lose our big boy, our biggest boy, which does suck. But we're gonna go ahead and swing 7. See what he gives us. He does have 1 Don up, so if he uses that Don on, or that event, which we're totally okay with, but that's not the event that we were thinking of. KO 2 4 costs or less, so this is very not useful in our combo. Really good into the Rayleigh matchup, but with that being said, we're gonna cheat out effect. We're gonna get the free draw first, and then we're gonna blow up and find an upper yard, which we definitely want to grab because we do plan on playing the Earth next turn, so we can play this. We can heal back to 2, and we have a lot of cards in hand. Let's just see. We plan on him swinging 8 into us. That way we can get the Earth card out. He does play Mihawk, and then he can swing with Cavendish. He swings 5 into life. Interesting enough. We have 2 ohms. We'll get rid of 1. We still trying to keep the Holly ohm just in case. He clears board somehow. We just have those bodies for pressure, but we have a 2K that we are definitely willing to give him. He plays the carrot, freezes our guy, and bounces. 2 Don up, 3 cards in hand. The Cavendish has to go. The carrot needs to go as well. Do we want to take a life, or do we just want to heal this turn? That is the question. We can't just go for board and heal. We don't have to establish another big body, but establish another big body gets us closer to the game. And us going down to 2 life. It's hard what we want to do here, but we're definitely going to give 1 Don to the Wiper, because we want to make him block or make him lose a character. Just doing the math. Definitely wanted to use 6 Don for the heal. So now that we got our mathed out, we're gonna go 8. He goes in and takes the 8, and now that he's taken the 8, what do we want to do here? Do we want? Yeah, we're gonna swing 7, see if he'll free block. He actually gives us the event that changes one of our Dons, or turns one of our Dons, which I think we're fine with. If he has another one, do it. Cancel. We're gonna go ahead and get an extra card. Nice to hand. We'll use that and leave 2 Don up. Now, if he has another Dead Man's Game, if he has another Hody, that would definitely suck, taking 2 of our cards out of hand. But we do have a lot of counter in hand. We're looking at like, was that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 9 Don worth of counter. He plays another freaking Pedro. What is it? What is this guy? That lets us know that he had 2 1Ks in hand. He gets a 9 swords, which he can still rest our Don, surprisingly. So with the 7 swing, and they swing into our biggest swinger now instead of our effect. This is going to give us an easy 2K to counter out of. He goes ahead and swings 8. We got the event. Don't you worry, child. We get to play our upper yard. Kuma goes down to the bottom, but we'll grab a 2K because right now we got bored. We just need to defend it. He'll swing another 8 into life. Do I want to take? There's no reason to take this. I have card advantage, but I do take it anyway. Just thinking, with him not having too many cards in life, we're definitely gonna kill that carrot. She has to go. I can't play the Shandora. I can. I'm not gonna do leader effects. Definitely not now. Maybe I should have definitely countered, but I'm also just thinking about future turns, just having that counter for then, and just having more options to play. If we would have gotten a heal, if that was a Nolan in life, that would have been a lot better. We see that he KOs the Wiper. I don't think he should have done that. I definitely think he should have went after the Kalgara. Just because of all the draws that I've got and the huge hand size that I have. Maybe that free pop on that Kalgara would have been the right play. Now that he only has 3 cards in life, I can just play out a body. If I swing with 5, well, I still have 2 swings, so we're gonna swing 5, see if we can get the free block, but he actually takes, giving us another card. We're gonna go 6. This should be a free block, but he gives us a vent instead. I'm not sure if he thinks I have a rush, because rush ace is a thing, and I would have been able to do rush ace plus another card. That would have been 8 to swing if he had no counter. At least that's why I wouldn't have blocked there and used the event instead. But now that I know he used that event, I am safe with my event. He drops down 9 drops Zoro, which is kind of scary. It's like in this game this turn. He has 1 Don up, so we're gonna swing 7. Possibly should have just swung 8. We were thinking, like, if we get the free block out the way, all of our other cards have something to cook with, but he also does have a 1 Don up, so that could be possibly blocking 2 of our attacks, making all the other ones needing to hit. We're gonna go ahead and swing 8 here. With him free blocking the 7, he takes. We get another card. We're gonna go ahead with another 8. Another 8 here. He has the parachute and he gives us a 2K off of it. So now he has a blocker up. We're gonna swing another 8 at him, hopefully making him go down to 0. And he does, I can put all my Dawn on here, or I can put some of my Dawn on here. These are the things. 7 are 8 swing. 8 swing guarantees a lot of cards. We're gonna swing 6 to see if he gives us 2 1Ks, because if he blocks, then we just swing 7 at him, and that could have been game depending on what card he had in hand. This is very scary. He has quite a few attacks here. I do have a lot of cards in hand, including some open dime, but we're playing against green, which means they can rest that open dime. Possibly just swinging 5 would have been a play to be safe. Yeah, because we were thinking if he free blocks the 5, then we still have or if he free blocks the 6, then we still have a 7 swing to deal with. But he swings 13. It's going to be the biggest swing that he does swing, even if he has restand Zoro. He can only put 2 or even less than that on the Zoro and swing. So now we have to block 1 big attack, which we have resolve. I was clicking the counter, but I needed to resolve the play effect. So 2-2-2 for his last effect. So now he has, and I have so many cards in hand. He swings 8, which is not optimal, because if we have 2 2Ks, which we do, we give him 2 cards, and now we just have so many cards, and he just can swing it, or he only can swing at 8. Everything in our hand has counter, so we go ahead and give him all of it, and yeah, we went off of that. All right, so after playing the games, I'm really still liking this list. Think the only thing I would change is that I would want to play one more or one Anel in here, and just finding the space for it is gonna be the problem. But everything seems solid. I think I also would bump up an Elthor and actually drop this. I feel like Zeus, 4 Zeus should be enough for the removal, and just relying on Elthor. Having 2 Elthors or just having those 4,000 possibilities is great. I wish I could actually bump it up more. Possibly dropping now Jashira, and then just going with 3 Elthors, 3, just to have the counter. Shira's are nice. It is a good 2-don turn, which could set up our Holly and Ohm, which is probably a reason why I would keep it that way, is just the possibility of that 1 turn setting up the Holly and Ohm. But we don't need it. We don't need it. If we have it, we have it. It helps clear board, gives them things to swing into instead of our other bodies, and adds the pressure to it. So maybe I would adjust to just having this, because just having those Eldors up for late game, I can see myself maybe possibly winning another game. Like I said, I want to squeeze those in, but I do like how everything is fitting in. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I should make any changes just for consistency. But please tell me why, because if you just say throw this in, X player plays it, doesn't really help me. I have to make it. You have to make it make sense. Once you make it make sense, I'll definitely try it out, play it more. Really fun deck. I think this is my OP12 deck that I'm going to be playing for the rest of OP12, but we are setting up for OP13 because we did get into the regionals. Actually plan on going to the regionals, and I think I need to start practicing my OP13 deck, so just stick forward for that. And till the next time we're out. Also, Bonnie hit me again.